The phone rang at 2:17 a.m., slicing through the silence like a blade. I stared at the screen, my breath catching when I saw her name. 3 months after the divorce, after the lawyers and the lies and the way my life had been ripped apart. My ex-mother-in-law was calling. When I answered, her voice trembled. "He's in the car," she said. "You need to come. Now." My hand shook, but not with fear, with clarity. 3 months earlier, I'd walked out of a marriage that drained me dry. My ex-husband had smiled for the world while quietly moving money, gaslighting me into thinking I was careless and emotional. His mother backed him at every turn, whispering that I was unstable, that I'd never manage without him. In court, they painted me as the problem. I left with my dignity, a thin settlement, and a promise to myself. I would never beg again. I rebuilt in silence. New apartment, new job, new spine. I stopped explaining my pain to people who enjoyed misunderstanding it. And while they celebrated their win, I read every document I was legally allowed to read. I learned where the accounts were, what had been signed, and what hadn't. I learned that arrogance leaves fingerprints. So when she called from the hospital, panic dripping into every word, I listened. I let the silence stretch just long enough for her to think I'd hang up. "Please," she added, "he's asking for you." I didn't rush. I dressed carefully, like I was in a court again, because in a way the air smelled like antiseptic and fear. He lay there, pale, wires stuck to his chest, eyes darting when he saw me. Relief washed over his face, then confusion. He reached out. I didn't take his hand. "What happened?" I asked calm. "Stress," his mother said quickly. "He's been under so much since you left." I nodded. "That makes sense." They talked around me about blood pressure and work and how unfair life had been to him. Finally, he croaked, "I need you. Just help me fix things." That was my cue. "I already did," I said. They both froze. I pulled a folder from my bag. Not dramatic, not rushed, just prepared. "While we were married," I continued, "you moved funds from our joint account into an LLC you never disclosed. You signed my name on documents I didn't authorize. I didn't fight it during the divorce because I wanted peace. But peace doesn't mean permission." His mother stood up, voice sharp. "Are you threatening us? In a hospital?" "I'm informing you," I replied softly. "My attorney filed the paperwork this morning. The bank flagged the transfers. The LLC is frozen. The court will decide the rest." His face drained of color faster than the monitors could keep up with. "You wouldn't," he whispered. "You're not like that." I leaned closer, so only he could hear me. "You taught me how to be." The doctor returned, and the room filled with noise again. His mother followed me into the hallway, hissing my name like it was a curse. "If you do this, you'll ruin him." I stopped, looked her dead in the eye. "No," I said, "I'm just not covering for him anymore." I walked out before dawn, the sky bruised purple with morning. My phone buzzed nonstop, missed calls, messages, apologies that sounded suspiciously like negotiations. I didn't respond. I didn't need to. Weeks later, the court ordered restitution. Quietly, no spectacle. The same people who once said I'd fail without him now avoided my gaze. I didn't gloat. I didn't celebrate. I simply lived. Sometimes revenge isn't yelling or smashing or watching someone fall apart in front of you. Sometimes it's waiting, learning, letting them underestimate you until the moment you stand up and say, "I'm done paying for your lies." And when my phone rings at 2:17 a.m. now, I sleep right through it. Because I already answered the call that mattered.